Hey, Larry Bailey here with Awesome Technologies Inc. There was a release for TPO Connect. So if you are using TPO Connect or you're thinking about using it, not too long ago, it's February now, so back in November, I got an urgent call. Client was using Cloud Virga and they wanted out. They wanted to get over to TPO Connect because they heard some decent stuff. They called me in. I confirmed that it is more than decent, and about 35 days later, they were live. Extraordinary situation. Got a ton of help uh, from the ICE partner, who his name's Joe. Joe is awesome on it. Ron's super awesome. Also, Ron typically gets involved with implementations of TPO Connect, but in this particular case, it was a great time. And they're still going strong. They just got a record submissions in using TPO Connect. A lot of the nation's top lenders are using TPO Connect if they're collecting loans via wholesaler correspondent. So these release notes came out, and what's important is to really know is there's a TPO release to test to the UAT happening next month. So let's go through these release notes over here. I'll put my head up out of the way. So basically, first of all, these are pre-release notes. And what that means, or release preview, same thing. What that means is that these things are subject to change. So let's go ahead and dive in. We'll make this a little bit bigger for the screen. This last was revised on February 5th. As I'm recording this, it's February 22nd, so things are bound to change. And like I said, UAT is, I think, March 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Check the release hub over in the resource center for those exact dates. Stay in touch. So we're going to go through all of this step by step. It's only 11 pages in total, but not that long, honestly. First of all, new status tracker setting added to left. This is a new setting. It's it's date milestone based status indicator configured by channel. I haven't seen it yet because it's not out there yet, but the way it's been described to me, it's going to represent kind of like the pizza tracker. So if you've ever ordered it, or, it could be any food tracker. I don't know why it's pizza, but it's hey, this thing happened. Here's what's happening next. Here's what's happening after that. So from a TPO lender perspective, the goal is to provide some more intuitiveness towards the client, towards the TPO broker or TPO correspondent lender, so they know what's going on. Configurable workflows has been out there for a while. There's an update about that also. But the status tracker, I'm anxious to see what it looks like. We've also got a new registration setting added to the left navigation. And we're going to see some registration-related settings originally located under additional settings together, and it's going to effectively deal with these things. Also, I said I would give a shout out to Beth, who loves me doing these walkthroughs because she's like anybody else. Reading is okay, but getting some interpretation of what you're reading from somebody else is cool too. So that's that new setting. Some other updates, again, on the TPO administration side, we've got a new override URL setting added to edit the contact us. So this allows you to, you can replace the custom the default contact us, replace it with a custom contact us page. That's helpful for a lot of people and give you some individuality on your contact page. There's also a new override URL setting for the privacy policy. This thing is really helpful for a lot of companies who have very specific privacy policy statements and you want to update them. So it's an easy way to override that URL. Some other updates and additional settings. We've got a new behavior to the e-sign in the top menu bar. So basically, it's only going to display when the logged in user is assigned to a channel enabled in the TPO e-sign setting under additional settings. So it stops you from seeing things that need to be e-signed even if you're not on that channel. New import liabilities button. This thing is going to help a lot of people. So many people forget, so many TPO users of TPO Connect forget to import liabilities. There's ways to kind of deal with that so they don't forget too long, but this is going to hopefully give us some really good constructive notice that the the client has forgotten to import their liabilities before they go run AUS. There's an updated behavior for TPO X5. So that's that initial submission date. So when auto-populate conditions, documents ready for review checkbox, and date setting enabled under additional settings. So basically, when the auto-populate conditions, documents ready for review checkbox, and the date settings enabled, and a document is successfully uploaded, this is now populated immediately to ensure that the broker doesn't forget or the correspondent doesn't forget to click submit. I literally just got off a phone call with a client who wants to make sure this happens. Now, this doesn't resolve changing a milestone, but it will automatically resolve clients who forget to go click that submit button when they want to. If your workflow is to look for a document to be uploaded, like an initial disclosure package or correspondent package, things like that. New EPPS special product setting. So if you're using EPPS, this will allow you to have the EPPS special products show up on that search results page. It's cool. We've got some updates to the services management settings. So a new select all checkboxes added to the authorized user/user section, blah, blah, blah. This new setting basically allows all users on the left side of the section so they can be moved to the right side at one time. This thing is very welcome. So basically, if you're using like Closing Corp as an example, that's a good one. Every time you add a new broker in, you have to go over and you have to individually add individual people. Imagine if you get a new client in that has 1,000 people, right? So this thing is going to allow you to move the entire group over from left to right in the services setting. Thank you. We've also got a new title fee integration section removed from integration settings. This is now going to be under the services management setting. So we'll have to see what that looks like for title fees. Some additional enhancements. The updated sender. I still don't understand why no reply -mortgage tech at ICE. I don't know. So that's getting updated instead of no reply at Ellie Mae, because obviously Ellie Mae is long gone. We've got some updated secure scripting framework, page redirects for the URLA. This is just a web update to make sure that browsers behave as expected. There's a new display type option added to the new page link for loan level left nav settings under here. So basically, if this makes sense to you, then you're already doing submenus within your left nav. So it's just a way. It looks like it's going to be a new display type option in that left nav under navigation menu. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're using TPO Connect, you're missing out. You should give me a call. And by the way, if anybody ever wants to reach me, I am extraordinarily proficient on TPO. As I talked to you, I helped implement a company from Cloud Virga over to TPO Connect in the middle of live business. And I think the official number was 35 days. You can reach me at larry@atihelps.com or larry.bailey@awesometechinc.com. Or you can call me 972-590-8919. Guarantee I'll help you. Next one here is Encompass TPO Connect honors the Encompass persona. So this is a thing where there was a breakdown and basically the persona access to loan actions, specifically for the order appraisal and request title fee loan actions. So they're just telling you that's not really an enhancement. It's more of a break fix. Anyway, updated contact settings. This has been updated to, there's a name change. There's also a contact modal for non-delegated, just a window. And in the loan processor organization settings, they've been moved away from additional settings. So bottom line is this is one of the reasons why when I go through education, so if you're not aware, I actually put together an entire set of courses. You can find them on mortgage.community. If you don't know what mortgage.community is, get over to mortgage.community. Check it out. Basically, it's everybody in the industry getting together because I love building up communities. And there's two courses in there. One is Admins Mastering Encompass. Another is Users Mastering Encompass. That content is updated every week throughout the year. New recordings, live classes, literally every week for both administrators as well as users. I have a passion for making sure people have current and updated information. And so if you're looking for current education and information, it's extraordinarily affordable for any sized company. No matter how big your company is, we offer that training. It caps out at an annual cost of $10,000. It's a no-brainer. It really is. So check it out over there. If you have any questions, let me know. Here's some fixed issues as indicated on the pre-release notes here. We've got a blank page no longer displayed. So it looks like there was some breakdown in the Java, so they fixed that. Left-hand background color no longer disappears. Again, a Java problem, they fixed that. Custom fields using 2 or 3 decimal points triggered by loan action completion now functioning properly. So there was a problem. I don't know if you ever hit this, but there was a problem with decimal 2 or decimal 3 fields. So hopefully looks like that's going to get resolved in this release. We've got options in new tab color checkbox now displayed when the main menu is external page link is edited. Yeah, I'm hoping that they fixed the whole thing. When you add a new external page, it doesn't kill the link. I'll have to talk to the team about that one. Next one is white space between loan messages columns reduced. Okay, cool. Next one is template radio button now functions properly. Thank you. Next one is override company credentials checkbox and user credentials now functions properly. Terrific. All right, so that's all the admin stuff. Now let's talk about the TPO Connect website. So now we're talking about user interface. So now we're talking about your clients, right? This is important. So if you have training or support videos or support documentation, you're going to want to update it based upon what you're about to hear. First one is user interface updated, or the UI was updated. Loading indicator added for several actions. So basically, kind of like an Encompass in the lower right, if you enable it in the admin tools, you've got that save status bar thing. This is like that, the way I understand it to be. So for these 4 things, pipelines, trades, e-sign, and recently accessed loan widget, they'll get an indicator that the data is loading. There's a new visual indicator added for required fields. Thank you. So if you've got required fields on your URLA 2020, you will now, your clients will now see it, kind of like they were in Encompass. That's cool. There'll be a new link added to Encompass TPO, an about link, current TPO contact version, and environment information. I don't understand that, but okay. Scroll bar added to workflow tab. Again, if you're using configurable workflows, you kind of maxed out and there'd be this weird behavior. So now there's going to be a scroll bar the way this reads. That's a great add. And then the next UI update is a URLA location highlighted when redirected from custom form. Okay, cool. So if you're kind of doing custom forms on there and they click a link, it'll kind of bring them back so the client knows where the heck they are in TPO Connect. We've got some form updates, new options added to existing options for index rate dropdown. The three 2-year U.S. Treasury options have been added. That coincides with an Encompass update, and then the lot owned free and clear. That's great for construction, right? Really construction. Dual AUS updates, if I could read properly. Several incremental updates have been made to the order credit report step. So to get a better user experience, this goes back to earlier where we talked about, it'll say, hey, don't forget to import your liabilities because it ain't going to run right if you don't. All right, feature enhancements, pipeline search category change to a drop-down list. Okay. Next one is required fields window displayed for product and pricing, loan action, completion, business rules. Oh, that's cool. That's really, really helpful because I do stupid pop-ups now, and that'll probably be a better experience for clients. Support for required fields window added in batch upload. All right, so if you've got clients doing batch uploads, there's going to be a required fields window that you can now manage. So that's an example of updating your training material. Support for construction, refi loans. Same thing. If you guys need any help with construction loans, again, I started lending and helping lenders with construction loans back in 2012 when I went to work for American Financial Resources. I've also got a client now that all they basically do is construction loans. So I've got some decent experience, got some decent chops on this. If I can ever help with construction loans and how you do them in Encompass, let me know. Order credit button added to your LA assets liabilities. An order credit button has been added to enable users quickly place a credit order when one isn't present in the file. That's cool. Next one is service orders features now displays categories. Oh, that's nice. So now they give you categories, not just a full list. We've got some UI fixes here. Estimated closing date now set on first attempt. They had to select estimated. Well, that's okay. Cool. TPO Connect milestone status sometimes says Encompass milestone name. So if you're using TPO Connect status names on the milestone itself, and you weren't seeing that work all the time, that's apparently going to be fixed. Social Security number field no longer viewed as missing when required and populated. Okay. Change of circumstance page loads and updates properly. Cool. Community second field now available for first lien loans. I guess that was a request. Added a new loan button. Add a new loan button now works consistently. I guess there were some intermittent issues. Credit vendor accurately displays for dual AUS. Cool. Blank entry removed from select bar pair field. Looks like there was an extra blank entry. Number of items per page now honored for account executive pipeline view. Cool. And DU report now displays consistently when viewing findings. This I actually hit where you'd click view DU, but you'd only see the credit report. And then we had to do some funky stuff to get the DU to actually show. So it looks like that's getting fixed. Thank you, ICE Mortgage Technology. Last two here are reset password links work for custom page login pages. That's nice. And then left navigation no longer changes color. That goes back to what we talked about, about 10 minutes ago or so. Keep in mind, you do have system requirements for TPO Connect. Specifically, they will come over here. It's supported stuff over here. So this is the compatibility matrix. Make sure that you're paying attention to that. And that's all I got. My name's Larry Bailey. Awesome Technologies, Inc. is who I am Chief Revenue Officer for, as well as a co-owner. You might know me from Mortgage Workflow Partners or other companies I've worked with in the past. Always here to help you. Thanks very much for listening. And for those that are going to the ICE Mortgage Technology Conference, you'll see me at booth 520. Let's meet, and I can show you exactly why you should consider using all the services and product options and plugins and automation and everything else that we've been doing now for 15 years, 14 years, I guess is maybe the better way to say it. And if you're around in Vegas, please also join the wrap-up show. It's a second annual wrap-up show. It's free to join. You can find out more information. Just get over into mortgage.community and check it out. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.